A night officer began detecting unusual and mysterious sounds while monitoring an aging facility. He also reported occasional unexplained silhouettes that left him puzzled. The clip you're about to see shows what might be behind these eerie occurrences.
Vean eso, mi gente. Hay una luz ahí bien potente. Empezamos a escuchar ruidos. Y vean esto, mi gente. Vean eso. Hay una luz ahí bien potente, mi gente. ¿Qué es eso? Vean eso, mi gente. Ay, no mames. No mames, no mames, no mames, no mames.
This footage appears to have recorded something truly baffling. Quite a few people suggest this might actually be extraterrestrials making contact. And for some unknown purpose, they appear to be drawn to this location. Is this actually happening, or is there another explanation for these events? The following was captured and shared by a guard who believes that this particular night he captured something mysterious that was peeking out of an office building, that he was patrolling this night. And he was making contact to his co-workers to tell them that something doesn't seem quite right.
Alright, and you see this thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
the lights are...
hallway, and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved.
No, it did not.
It just moved. It just moved.
I just heard a weird noise. Please don't tell me that as you said that.
Dude, it just moved.
A shadow can be seen on the 4th floor window before it suddenly disappears out of sight. It's quite intriguing how it just seems to vanish into thin air, leaving little room for speculation that this could have been a human intruder, at least in the guard's opinion. But what do you believe? Was it a ghostly entity that was visiting here? This recording was shared by an officer who stated that they noticed something strange in the abandoned building across the police station. Their CCTV camera captured what appeared to be people, even though nobody was living there. It is pretty clear that there are two outlines that are not accounted for. How is this possible? As stated before, nobody was living in this building at the time. Was it perhaps two visitors from the afterlife? This is another strange CCTV recording which was captured in front of another police station. They saw a ghostly object hovering around in the midst of night. What could this be? This was captured by an officer who just started patrolling the night shift at a new job. People told him that this old building might be haunted, but he didn't believe his fellow officers. Just ghost stories, he thought. Well, then the following unfolded.
No mames, güey, necesito que alguien venga, güey. Se escuchan cosas, güey, y... No mames, se escucha la puta regadera, güey, del puto baño, güey. No mames. Necesito que alguien venga, güey, me estoy cagando de miedo, güey, a chile, güey. Oiga, güey. No mames, güey, no prende la puta luz, güey. No mames, Cuchi, güey. No seas ojete, güey. No mames. No mames, güey. Hay alguien, güey. A la verga. No mames. Su puta madre, güey. No mames. No mames.
A creepy pale face is peeking out at him from behind a wall. The man states that he clocked out after his night. How terrifying. The following clip was uploaded to Reddit by user Heron to the paranormal video subreddit. About it, he wrote, "My father used to work as a security guard in a building, night shift, and repeatedly during the early morning he would send me these videos. We never had the slightest idea what it could be, but if you ask me, I would say that it's a woman." In the video, a white shadowy shape is seen floating or standing in the hallway. However, commenters noticed the strange way the figure seems to be swaying, as though it is turning or looking around the room in a very human way. The original uploader mentioned that this was not the first time unexplained things happened in this building. Perhaps it truly is haunted by this womanly figure. What are your thoughts on this? Talia has sent the following video, which she had found, posted by user Sandra Fulton Hamilton John. She uploaded it on her profile and was quite scared, to say the least. The post reads as follows. This video is of our deaf friend Jack talking on video chat to his girlfriend. This is proof that spirits do exist. We had paranormal activities come to the house. We had it analyzed and it is very creepy. The house and everything around it in that particular area of Lumberton has a lot of supernatural activity going on around it. Sounds intriguing. Let's take a look. A shadow figure is passing by behind Jack's shoulders in an inhumane speed, and he obviously didn't notice it at the time. I have seen several of these fast-moving incidents. I have seen several of these fast-moving shadow incidents, and have to say that many of them seem legit. Of course, these events could still be staged, but this particular one, I would give the benefit of the doubt. How about you? A really unsettling video. The following video has been recorded by a man who realized that his basement lights were not working tonight. This made him a bit uneasy, however, he decided to enter down into the basement. Apparently, once in a while, he could witness some inexplicable and creepy noises down there that spooked him to the core. He always is alone at home when this unfolds. Not really related to the basement, but for whatever reason, the man tells us that he sometimes feels like somebody is watching him when digging graves at the local cemetery at his job site. As the man makes his way down the basement tonight, something extremely scary is happening.
At the moment, in the basement, I swear I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange. I'm not sure what that noise was, but I don't know. I'm home alone right now, so we'll see, I guess. Look out back. No, nothing back there. I don't know. There's been a lot of strange things happening.
Did you notice it? As the man pans the camera around, we can see a creepy shadow figure standing completely still in what seems to be the bathtub, and it seems to stare at the man's camera. As he then returns to the bathroom, this shadow has mysteriously disappeared. Some say that this must have been a paranormal encounter, and that this thing couldn't have been human. Hard to say. What's your best guess? A bus ride, in most cases, is nothing to be afraid of. It might be different in today's situation, but in general, it is unusual to come across any mysterious events in there, right? In the following clip, a bus driver notices that something seems to be off. Clearly, all passengers had left the bus at that point. Just to make sure, he documents that. When he checks the security monitor of the CCTV camera in there, there seems to be something else with him though. A ghostly passenger. Is it just a light anomaly? Or at what are we looking at here? See how this apparition is wearing some kind of fanny pack even. I'm not sure. Or is it wearing some sort of short pants? This could also be possible. One thing is for sure. This passenger was not on the bus at the time, at least not in this realm. It is said that he never found out what exactly had caused this image, but I say it's really unsettling. Following video was captured by a CCTV camera inside the entrance area of a police station, and based on several officers, they state to have seen some mist-like apparitions outside the glass door for several minutes before the following unfolded.
Cik dengan siapa je? Cik dengan siapa? Cik Rahmat.
It was impossible for this to have been caused by a wind breeze, and some of them are pretty certain that something from another realm has opened that door. Could it be that an actual ghost was ripping open the door of the police station? Or how else can we explain this? This was captured by another security officer who seems to be part of a pretty ghostly encounter. Apparently, the man stated that he was talking to a person at the time.
Who is he talking to?
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the lady. I saw her walking by the store and she said she's looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Griffin.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Come again with that, please?
Miss Abigail is she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
It turned out that the officer might have indeed been talking to a deceased person who was looking for somebody, maybe to deliver them one last message. The man swears to have seen this lady, and it is believed that this is one of the many mysterious encounters that have been documented at this station over the years. This was captured by a security officer who was patrolling the San Francisco Armory, and it would appear that something rather eerie unfolded this night.
Oh, no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro. By myself.
Was it perhaps a ghost that is still roaming this old armory, or just a little breeze? Based on the officer's account, the doors are heavy and can't just be pushed open like that. So, we can only speculate in the end if this was a ghostly encounter or something more explainable. His uncle saw two men appearing out of nowhere, right outside their property, which was reason enough for him to get outside and tell them that his property was out of limits for them. What was a bit strange though is the fact that these men did not move once after they had appeared, and they could only be seen for certain moments before they were gone again. Sounds strange. Let's take a look. And this is the moment when his uncle is talking to these two guys, but they don't react, which is really odd. Clearly looks like there's two men standing, doesn't it? But let's think rationally. What else could that be? Some people say that it just could be some regular shadows, but where would that light come from? And it's pretty suspicious that they would disappear once the flashlight hits them. What is your explanation for that? The next video was shared by 2 officers from Argentina who were working security that night. They were checking the different security cameras that were mounted around the premises. Apparently, there had been a terrifying incident unfolding the night before, and the 2 officers were hoping that one of the cameras might have captured this incident. At first, it appeared that they weren't in luck, but eventually came across a really spooky sight.
Se ve mejor. Fíjate. Ajá. Se fue. Para que sigamos cuando sigamos, para que vean de que no, si alguien puede ver que se va, no se va. Y ahí lo entramos. Ahí se ve como una calavera. Aparece, ajá. Y desapareció. Desapareció. Ahí se aparece como una calavera.
We can see a person that seems to be smoking something. However, the flames are just so massive and the whole encounter just doesn't feel right. But what's even more is the woman suddenly just disappearing into thin air, not to be seen again. And then, based on many comments, the lingering smoke seems to be forming the shape of a skull. How eerie. It is unclear what exactly had transpired here, but it left the officers extremely unsettled. The next video was recorded by urban explorer Urbex Hill, who in the 2-part video series went to the abandoned Richmond Brothers factory. And wouldn't you know it, quite the number of mysterious events were unfolding in these dark and rundown hallways. Let's take a look. Did you see that? Some of his viewers see a shadow passing by here. Could that be so? Hello? After several items had been moved around and some odd shadows being captured, he makes it into another room, which seems to be part of the upper floor, and when he pans the camera around in there, something really frightening is being captured, that also wasn't seen at the time. A shadow person seems to be standing next to a pillar, which is extremely creepy. What was going on here? That night, many more unusual encounters took place in there. This video was supposedly captured by the dashcam of a police officer who was out on patrol this night. It was a regular shift for him up until that point. But that changed rather quickly. The officer notices something strange on the road and then drives straight through it. He felt that something was not right and turned around right after to see if anything was there. We can clearly see a mist-like apparition that seemingly seems to float right through the police cruiser. It almost looks like a humanoid form. Strange, isn't it? Reason enough for the policeman to turn around. And then this thing appears again from the right side of the screen. Many people are sure that something paranormal was going on in this recording. Was it maybe a spirit on a nightly walk? Or what else could have caused these mist-like figures in your opinion? Pretty mysterious. The following incident has been broadcast on a TV station, and apparently a police department was pretty certain that they have come across a ghost which was captured at their department.
Some police officers saw something that freaked them out, and they captured it on camera.
It's an image that some people say appears to be a ghost walking around the police station. Nancy Laughlin has the video and talked to the men who shot it.
It started out as a pretty typical Saturday night. Espanola police officer Carl Romero was on duty, keeping an eye on the surveillance cameras around the station, when he saw something in the sally port.
At first, I thought it was like a polilla, like a fly, a moth, and then I saw the legs and was a human.
But not a real human?
No, it was just a ghost.
So Romero reported it and told his supervisors. Detectives showed us the camera that captured the image. They say there is no way in or out of the secured area without an open gate and alarm sounding.
You can see it walk through. It walks in the direction of the old transport cages. And there's not really any way for it to get out through there, but it seems to walk right through that.
Detectives say there's no logical explanation for this, not an issue with the lighting or a technical glitch. Turns out there are a lot of ghost stories around here.
A lot of our officers have seen certain things. Some of our officers have felt what appears to be somebody breathing down their neck as they're working on reports in the briefing room.
Cops at the station also report hearing strange noises in the middle of the night and seeing unexplainable images in the lobby area too. Espanola police tell us as far as they know, this is not an ancient burial ground, and they say the police station has been here since 2006, but no inmates have died here. But they do say there have been some unsolved murders nearby.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do, actually. I do believe in ghosts.
Do you think that was a ghost?
I do. I do believe it was something. It's hard to say, but I do believe it was a ghost.
These guys say they're not afraid of it, but it's definitely an image that haunts the officers who work here.
So, what do we say? Is it just one of those infamous camera glitches that get recorded ever so often? Or a spider web? Or are we talking about something paranormal indeed? This was another TV report which shows two officers as they were chasing down a speeding car.
Runaway carves across the carriageway
Somebody's going up
and calls it a day. You're nicked. Or you should be. There's no one outside, no one behind the wheel, and the van is locked.
Where's he gone?
It's magic.
He's in the back. In the back? He stopped to think he's hiding in the back. There's no one in the driver or passenger seat.
To their surprise, the car was completely empty and apparently locked. So either the driver was hiding somewhere really clever, or what else could have unfolded here? This was supposedly captured by a patrolling officer in the area. What had caused him to take a closer look at this house is unfortunately unknown.
422. This place definitely gives out some creepy vibes. I keep seeing shadows walking by. What the?
Now this could either be some creepy editing, or we are looking at a shadow person. What that creepy laughing means though, I couldn't say. This man was working the night shift all alone in an empty high school where a specific hallway is strictly off limits to solo students after a certain time. It is because this school was built on a cemetery and many people say that they see really strange things on that floor. One night our brave man is feeling a bit uneasy after a strange encounter and he decides to document his experience on video.
Alright, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. Here at work, I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. Alright. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just see? That right there. Ooh, okay. See? see, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't.
As the man steps out of a classroom, a red balloon starts trailing him. That alone is pretty odd, but it gets weirder. The other balloons in the vicinity remain stationary, while this one has a mind of its own, sticking to the man like a shadow. Feeling seriously creeped out, he takes a cautious step back, and then this happens. It's hard to see, but this mysterious silhouette zips by at lightning speed. The sighting is enough to send shivers down the man's spine, prompting him to run out of there as fast as he can. Since that spine-tingling night, there haven't been many updates, except for a video where the man admits to feeling scared about walking alone.
Like I said, I haven't been back here to touch anything. I don't even know if you guys can see that.
Whether it's a ghostly encounter or something else, the whole incident keeps replaying in his mind. So what exactly was captured on that video?